Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Bods. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Rollercoaster, which we recently built over several live streams. If you want to check those out, I put a playlist together, you can catch them. But otherwise I'm going to do a speed build now for you. It's only 5 minutes, but you can skip it as well if you want to. It's a big set, it's 46 bags worth of Lego. There's 11 different steps, 2 different booklets, and it costs just under £300 in the UK. It's still available at the moment, but it is rumoured to be retiring this year. So if you are interested in getting it, do pick it up as soon as you can. Check out our affiliate links if you want to help support the channel as well for that. Right, so let's get on with the speed build, and I'll see you after that. Okay, so I thought I would also do a minifigure review. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 minifigures with this set. So we'll start with the Ride Operatives. So this is the female one. So she's got quite crazy hair. This is actually a good hairpiece for me to get because that's pretty much my sister's hair. So now I can make a minifigure for my sister. She's got some cool glasses on, bright yellow top, and if we turn around, oh, well, her hair completely obscures it, so I'll take her hair off, hang on. She's got a Lego branded top, so this kind of makes me feel like the roller coaster is meant to be a Legoland roller coaster. It doesn't match the roller coaster available at Legoland, but it's a nice torso to get. She's also got an alternative face there, if you don't want her sunglasses on, just a normal face. But I think the back of her head is really impressive. The detail on that hair, really like this hairpiece. I think it's probably a reuse of the torsos from like a Lego store or something. Right, let's have a quick look at the male operative. Same torso. He's got glasses, and that's Ian's hairpiece, but in a brown colour, so nice spiky hair. Same Lego logo at the back. I'll check if he's got an alternative face. No. I've had him sat in the ticket booth. Next up, we've got the cotton candy vendor. So she's got the sort of pink stripe around her middle, just to sort of, I guess, coordinate with the cotton candy. I think it looks more like an air hostess torso, so maybe that's a reuse there as well. Detail continues sort of around to the back. I will check if she's got alternative face. No, she's the same at the back. But I quite like her hair. It's kind of like asymmetric. I think that's the word. And I feel like you got that same hairpiece on one of the minifigs from the haunted house. Right, so then we've got the cool customer. So with his shades on there and his hoodie and his funky hair. He can be nothing but cool because he hasn't got an alternative face. We've got the child. She's got the same top on as Hayley's got for her minifig. I'm never really a fan of this straight fringe sort of bobbed hair. I just think it's a very harsh hairstyle. But actually with the little face, it takes away some of that. I don't like it on the sort of adult minifigures. Child legs, so non-posable. And that's her candy floss there that she's got, which has got like a pink minifigure head to sort of close it up at the end. And I think I got a candy floss stand in one of the Lego Friends sets, and they didn't add that bit, so slightly different candy floss style. Next you got the classic spaceman, and actually I had forgotten this one was part of the set, so there is actually 11 minifigures, and he doesn't look very happy about going on the ride, does he? He's got a very scared looking face, and the space t-shirt. Let's have a look and see if he's got a less scared face. Yeah, see, this version of him is not scared of roller coasters. This would be my face. Next we've got the cheerful rider. She's got quite a nice necklace there, and quite a freckly, happy face. Her hair is also, I'm pretty sure it's from like a beach surfer, so my daughter was a bit confused whether she was male or female, but I don't think it really matters, does it? Got sort of got a belt at the back there. Let's check if she's got an alternative head. Oh yeah, that one looks rather asleep, so obviously the roller coaster doesn't phase this one at all if she can sleep on it. Next up we've got the cautious rider. She looks a little bit more nervous about going on the roller coaster, but not as freaked out as the space guy was. She's got really nice purple legs, which I would probably steal for my minifigure if I didn't think that would be too much purple all in one. I like a hoodie with the pattern on it on the side there. And oh, just check and see if she's got a slightly more scared face. Yeah, she does. So she was nervous to start with, and then when she's going on that big dip, super scared. Next up, we've got what they refer to as the Queasy Rider, and he comes with a little camera, even though the roller coaster has got signs saying that you are not to take cameras on with you. So he's either just taking photos of his friends on the roller coaster, or he's a rule breaker. Sort of classic hairstyle, hoodie. Let's have a look and see if he's got a queasy face under here. Yeah, that's a great face. I love that one. So yeah, I would stay well clear of this guy if you're sort of round the edge of the roller coaster, because he might drop more than just his camera. And we also have the child's grandfather. So obviously the little girl has been brought to the fairground by her grandparents. So some good hair on him, sort of receding hairline but not bald. A lot of wrinkles on his face. He's got the money, he's got that knitted cardigan as well, with the detail at the back as well. Let's have a look and see if he's got an alternative head. Oh, yeah. I don't think Grandpa likes the rides. I think he's probably happier to buy the cotton candy and the tickets and stay well away from the ride itself. And then the grandmother, she's got some glasses, nice white hair, sort of the Hollywood starlet style. Nice pink top with a flower necklace. And she's been to the juice bar. Bit of a halter neck back there. That's not a style I'd associate with a grandmother, but she seems to be rocking the cool outfit. And she's got an alternative face. I'm not entirely sure how different that is. Let's go back and have a look. I think it's maybe just the detail in the eyes. There she's looking wistful, maybe. There she's looking, I mean, it's pretty much the same. There's not much different. I can't noticeably see it. It's the eyebrows are raised somewhat in the first one. But I'm not sure that warranted a second face. So that's the minifigures. Okay, 6.5 minutes build time. So between two people, and whilst chatting, I think that's not too bad. It was a fun build, a lot more technical than I'm used to. I don't normally build Technic sets, and this has got a lot of moving parts, a lot of support, a lot of kind of lining things up. So I'm more buildings, so I just like putting bricks on top of bricks. But the mechanics of it was actually quite interesting to me. There's some nice details in there, which I'll do a quick overview of in a second. But I think it's probably the right time to get it going and have a look and see how it goes. Right, let's turn this thing on. It's quite noisy, but up it goes round the side. And oh, I forgot to move me off again. That's me gone. I also think someone at the front of that roller coaster has lost their hair. But it's definitely a fun ride. You would never catch me on this in real life. This is way too scary for my timid nature. Okay, so we're going to go handheld this time so I can show you the details. So we'll start off with the roller coaster sign. Ian got to build this one, so I'm a little bit jealous because I really enjoyed like those kind of details from the modulars when they do the sort of sideways signs. I think it's just really clever how they can make lettering out of bricks, and that looks really cool. And I like the fact that they've used those little roller skate details to make like carriages on a roller coaster. Down here we've got the little candy floss stand, a little girl there with some candy floss. Down here you have the mechanics all sort of hidden away, or some of the mechanics. The motor itself is on the other side. You've got a little platform for people to get on and off. Someone just stands there to control the ride. Down here you've got a ticket booth, and then on the other side on the way out it says photos, so you can collect your picture, which is from up here. You get a good shot of you as you're coming down that scary part. Inside sort of the frame of the roller coaster you've got a little juice bar, which I think is a bit random, but I like the colouring. Down there is a little height guide to make sure that you're big enough to go on the roller coaster. You can see I've added a power functions motor there. It's not the one they recommend, it's just the one we had. So I think that's an L motor as opposed to an M motor. But it seems to do the job. You've got the chain all the way up. You've got some flag details as well. Don't stand up, it says. Probably the best idea not to do that. These little wheels on the side are what push it round as it comes round that bend, and then it drops down there. I got in the way of this one, so that one's stopped in the middle, but it doesn't normally stop there. And I think that's probably it. There's a couple of like little bits. There's a little pond there with a frog, a little fountainy thing, or maybe that's a pond as well. But nothing too fancy. You can see sort of right in the middle, there's a big empty hole, so I think we'll probably put some base weights in there. And down there's a little hat that's fallen off of someone on the ride, so make sure you take your hats off before you go on the ride. You can also use Lego Boost down here to do the motors, and that will also allow you to sort of use the app to do some sound effects, which is a bit cheesy. But all in all, a really fun build, really huge, hard to get into shot all at once, and I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. So I'm going to go clear some space and see if I can make an area for it in the city. Okay, so this is the space we have allotted for the fairground. I showed it on my recent city tour. You can see I've added in the bottom half of the Disney train station that we were building on our live stream this week. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link. And also, we'll be finishing that off hopefully on Tuesday, so come back for that if you're interested. I put that there essentially just to try and work out where it's going to fit, because this is our track, and we would like the train station to sort of add, we'd like the train station to act as a point for entering our fairground, and also obviously as a train drop-off point. We're not sure how far this way the fairground's going to go. We've also got that table in the back, which is for the fairground as well, and at the moment it's at a lower level. So I'm currently trying to work out whether to put the roller coaster down on that table. I've worked out that at that lower level it works. The roller coaster will fit in there. But then this section here is meant to be the sea, and we wanted to put a pier in. And I don't really feel like I can build up a pier to go over the sea if the roller coaster is then lower down behind it. So I'm going to need to work out whether I can raise that table or not with the roller coaster on there. The other option is where the haunted house is, to put the roller coaster there, but that doesn't really give you much space between the train station sort of coming out of there and getting into the fairground. I think it's just not going to work. Ian also mentioned that because of the size of the roller coaster, putting it over in that corner, which is quite far away and kind of a little bit hidden from view, actually won't be an issue because you can still see it going, because it's such a beast. Whereas if you put maybe this roller coaster, the pirate ship, the pirate roller coaster down there, it's going to get lost a bit more. So I'm thinking that is probably where it's going to end up. But it's whether or not I need to, or it's whether or not I'll still have the height, because obviously we've got a slopey ceiling there, to raise the tables a bit to get it on there. So I'm going to give that a go now. Right, Ian and I are very different people, and so I was all for eyeballing the size of the roller coaster, deciding it fitted here fine, moving it here, and then looking to see how much wiggle room we had to sort of raise the table up. Because it didn't need to come up to the same height as this one, it just needed to go up high enough that we could create a pier onto this second table, which is the sea. So I figured, we could just do that. So I waited for him to come up and help me move the roller coaster. I was smart enough not to do it by myself. And he didn't think that was a good idea, because one, he eyeballed it too and decided it wasn't going to fit. And he figured we should probably measure it. So he's made sort of like a a mock-up of the size footprint of the roller coaster. So you can see the height there is just pretty much touching the slope of the ceiling, and there is in fact this bit that's fallen off here with this transparent bricks is the bit that has fallen off because it didn't actually push far enough along. So there's about 4 studs less than we need to get that height clearance. Plus that would also then, if we did get it in with those 4 studs, we still then wouldn't be able to raise it up. So this is not a location we can go for, unfortunately. So with that ruled out, we now have to decide where it's going to go. So the other 2 options are in this corner here, which would mean that we'd need to move that train station, because I'm pretty sure you can't get the roller coaster and the train station side by side without it being way too cramped. I don't really want people to have to come out of the train station straight onto the roller coaster. So the train station would have to move further along down there to probably about where the haunted house is. The other option is leave the train station there, have it sort of in the centre of the park, so it's not too far to walk that way, because that will still be Fairground over there, and not too far to walk sort of this way, and then have the roller coaster on that table where the haunted house is, and have that sort of as the edge of our park. I'm massively indecisive, so I'm going to let you decide for me, and hopefully I can then work on getting it in position for the next city tour. So do let us know in the comments below where you think it should go, on this corner here with the train station moved, or over here by the haunted house. Obviously the haunted house will move, that's just in no man's land at the moment, with the train station where it is right now. So yeah, let us know in the comments below. I'd very much recommend getting the roller coaster set. I love it, and motorising it, because if you're going to put it in a city, it's going to be impossible to keep turning that handle. So definitely motorising it is the way forward. I'm not entirely sure whether you can do it with powered up, obviously now that Power Functions is retired, but I'm going to look into that. But for now, it's working okay with that extra large motor, or was it a large motor? It's working okay with the large motor, so I'm happy with that. If you like Fairground sets and you want to see some more of our Fairground reviews, check out our Lego City Fairground playlist. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.